All right, welcome back to another episode of the Ghetto podcast. And on today's episode, we have a special guest, AJ. Man, I'm so glad to have you on this podcast. How you doing,
Thanks for inviting me, man. I appreciate it.
man? So let's get to know a little more about you, man. Tell us a little more about yourself.
Um, well, I'm a filmmaker from New Jersey. I've made 12 films. 11 of them were short films, and one of them was a feature film.
Mhm.
I'm kind of, I guess, depending on how you look at it, on the older side. I'm 35.
Are you
Uh,
35?
yeah, my camera.
I know you good.
It didn't come back on yet. Man, my bad.
Now you good.
I don't know why it's. Hold on, here we go. Um, yeah, so I don't know
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. What feature film like did you do?
Everything was independent. It was funded by myself. The feature film I did was called About That Life.
About that one?
Um, yeah, About That Life. It was a um, it took a lot of work. We
A lot
shot
of
it
work.
12 days.
Holy
Uh,
shit.
yeah, I mean, obviously, bigger projects shoot it for longer, but
Oh yeah, yeah, of
we didn't
course.
have we didn't have that kind of budget. It's
All
a
right.
lot of volunteer things, actors coming in, just doing me a favor, and stuff like that. But that was a wild experience. But I mean, as things went on, I grew. Like I started doing this in
Yeah.
2010, made
Mm.
my first film in 2011. Well, first two films in 2011. And it's like every other year I made a film. Sometimes I made two films in a year, but with having to work and stuff like that and not really making a profit off of my films at this point,
Oh
I
really?
had to just, yeah, and I ain't make no profit. I was just trying to build a resume and get my name out there. I mean, it would have been lovely
Yeah.
to get some money, but
Yeah.
I didn't know how the crowdfunding thing worked. Well, to be successful, because I had two, and I made a total of $110 in both of them. So
Oh really?
I wasn't that good at it.
I mean, where do you like usually film though? As like places like you film in Jersey or like
Yeah, I film typically. Well, yeah, everything I filmed was in Jersey.
everything's in
Even
Jersey?
family members and relatives. Huh?
Everything's in Jersey?
Everything in Jersey.
Everything. What part of Jersey you from?
North Jersey,
In
North
North Jersey.
Irvington, East Orange, Maplewood, Union, stuff like that.
You from Newark or no?
Yeah, I'm from North.
Oh, you are? I've been there many times. Been there. I love that place. Love
Nice.
the restaurants and everything.
Depending on where you at.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about North North. I'm talking about like East Side and everything. I love that place. I don't know. Just love it. So like how was it like growing up? Like it's tough. Was it how was it? Like a little backstory about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front on that. Like it wasn't. I didn't have the worst upbringing. My mom wasn't around, but my dad
Mm,
was. My dad was there, still around.
sorry.
Thank God.
It's nice to hear that.
Uh, you know, I had a stepmom for a little bit, but you know
So,
that.
I
But
understand. Yeah,
huh?
I understand.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
I mean, growing up wasn't tough. Like I didn't really have like hardships and stuff like that. I mean, there were certain things that I wanted to get that I wasn't able to, but it wasn't like, oh well, we got us, we skipping dinner tonight, we eat syrup sandwiches and all that. If nothing else,
Yeah, no, I understand.
if nothing else, my family, we was all, in a good space. And if we needed help, we would have got it. But my dad was a hardworking man, been a business owner for
Mhm.
over 30 years. So, you
What
know,
business?
trucking,
A
trucking
trucking.
transportation, stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, I actually worked for him for a little bit.
Oh, you
And
did? How was
yeah,
that?
but it was how you thought it was going to be. It was the father and the son. I mean, me and my dad had a good relationship, but we kind of like in different ways. And then it's like the things we alike on, we agree on, and the things that we not alike on, we clash on. So,
Yeah.
it was a little tough, but we was all good. We still good to this day.
Is it like is it towing or like trucking where you have to like deliver like big bulks of stuff? Like what type of
Well, he used to in the beginning. It's like he downgraded stuff because it was just simpler. He wanted to be home for us. Like when we was younger, he was doing like overnight, over the road type things, and then
oh
he
really?
went from that to a box truck because that was simpler and he could be home more to be
Yeah.
with us. And then it went from a box truck. When I was 19, I was doing that. From 19 to like 24, I was doing that in the box truck. Then he went down to the step trucks, and now it's all sprinters. Like most of this stuff is sprinter work.
Oh,
So
really? It's
yeah.
nice. Is that like your first ever job or
This
no?
is my first job.
Yeah, was that your first job?
No, no, no.
Like going with
My
it? Oh
first job
no.
was in high school. I was 16. I worked at an ice cream place in Irvington called Dairyland on Chance Avenue. It was
That's
like,
nice. That's nice.
yeah, it was nice. It was, and the girls were
Yeah.
nice.
Let me ask you this: what like made you decide to get into film and everything? I want to like produce or like film and direct things.
It's kind of a long story. You want me to? I'm gonna cut it down for you
Nah, nah.
though.
Make it. You can do the long story.
All right, so my uncle is an actor. I don't know what he's doing now, but he definitely was an actor in the '90s. He wasn't like A-list, but he was definitely like low A-list, high B-list.
Oh yeah.
His name is Jermaine Hopkins. He was in Juice. He was in Lean on Me.
Mm.
In Juice, he played Still, and Lean on Me, he played Sam's. He was in a few different projects. He was in two projects with Tupac. I actually got to meet Tupac. I can tell that story
What
later.
the hell? Yeah, you can
But
tell that after.
I'm 35, dog. I was able to, you know what I'm saying? I
I'm
was
a, I'm only
you know,
17. I
but
can't relate to some of this 90s stuff, man.
yeah, hey man, I got you. But so one time we was going. I have a family in North Carolina. My mother's side predominantly is in North Carolina.
Mm.
So every summer and winter he would come pick me up and take me down there and bring me back or whatever. So we was going down for a summer one time, and we stopped at a McDonald's. We went inside. There was some kids in it, and when the kids saw him, they was like, "Oh, you the guy from Juice?" And he was like, "Yeah," and they ran out. So we didn't think nothing of it. When I tell you, in like 5 minutes, like before we was able to get our food, they like flooded the place. Like they was
What
coming
the
in with
hell?
cameras, they was coming in there. They was just like really trying to get, pictures and autographs and you just be around them because you don't really see celebrities like that in certain
Yeah.
areas. So when I saw that, I just wanted it because of the fame. But then when I was young, I did plays,
I'll
did
play.
singing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was able to, I like really felt it. So at first it was because I wanted to be famous, but then I started liking it and I started writing and doing my own things and stuff like that. And I love it. So,
Mm.
that's how I started when I was 8 years old.
8 years
And
old?
yeah,
It's good to start at like a young age to keep on practicing, practicing, and every year you get better and better at what you're doing. Like,
word.
yeah. Damn, well that's crazy. Oh, what's it called? Fuck. What's it called? Fuck. What was the question I was about to say? Like, do you always care about the fame, or like how was it like when you saw like everybody approach like your uncle? Like how make that
Well, I
make you
mean,
wanna
as
do
an
it?
8 year old, you didn't really know fame, you just knew love and attention. So
Yeah.
that's what I didn't know what fame was. I just knew that people liked them. So, I just wanted people to like me too. So that was the start of it. That was the spark of it. And once he like I said, once I started getting into it, then I started liking it for more than the fame. Obviously, you want to be successful and
Yeah.
make money and do certain things, but I realized growing up, like the older I got, like, if I got the fame and the fortune, I'm able to help people.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, some people get in a position and they're like, I want it for myself. And that's it. I don't want nobody else to get it. But once I'm in my position solid, I'm financially good, I want to help other people to get where they go. Now, if they surpass me, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
fine. As long
yeah.
as that don't mess with what I got going on, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's always better to like help the people that always don't have like the most, and like it's better to help them maybe grow if they always want to do something like that.
Yeah.
But as long as they don't fuck you over, as long as they don't
That's
backstab
it.
you,
That's the thing. Like, as
then
long
it's cool
as
with it.
just stay solid. That's it. Just stay solid.
Yeah, you just can't just backstab anybody. You can't treat people like differently, because if you treat somebody when you're like not as big as somebody and you treat them like shit and you get
Yeah.
big, somebody's gonna say something about you, and then you never know what could happen. That could ruin your whole entire like career and stuff.
But it's the saying in the industry is like the people you see on the way up will be the same people you see on the way down. So you gotta treat everybody nice from the janitor up to the CEO and everybody in between. Just treat them the same. And then, you never know. Like, I mean, anything can happen. Let me ask you a question. Is this what you want to do? You want to do like interviews and, you
Yep.
want to be a personality?
Yeah, I actually wanted to like do like podcasts and stuff, and like have like in the future have my own like studio and everything, and have like bigger names as like social media people, like people from Instagram, like big on Twitter,
And you
YouTube, and
said
all
you're
that.
17? You said you're 17?
Yeah, 17.
So you're 17, right? Let's
Yeah.
say in 3 years when you're 20, I'm 38. I'm doing, I'm on my level up here, and you're
Yeah.
on your level up here.
Yeah.
We can talk. We can have that conversation in 3 years. Like, look, I was one of the people on your podcast. We both elevated. You got your studios in a high rise somewhere with maybe a
Yeah.
co-host and all that kind of shit. And then I'm up here doing my thing, maybe Oscar talks and all that. I mean, it works like that sometimes. Like some people, like you meet people on the way up, y'all do y'all things, y'all go apart, and y'all come back together.
Yeah, that's what I always try to do. I was like everybody person that I have on this like interview, and like you're actually like the first ever guest on like the podcast. I always did
Oh,
personal stories and everything. Yeah, you're the first ever guest.
oh, thank you.
And then and then I'm having another one on Monday. And then but I'm every person that I have on like this podcast, I always treat them with respect. I always treat them nice and everything because you never know where they can turn out and you never know where you can go and you never know if you can meet them later in life.
Mhm.
So I would always treat people with respect. And yeah, I'm always trying to do this as like a full-time job. That's my always like thing that
Where
I'm
you
trying to
from?
do.
Where you from?
Jersey.
You from what part of Jersey?
Central.
Central Jersey? Oh
Yeah.
wow. All
Yeah.
right. I mean, listen, if you need
I'm by
I
nowhere.
got some extra lighting and stuff like that. If you need something, I got extra microphones. Like if you want something to upgrade your look and all that, just let me know. I'm not gonna charge you for it. I can give you a little package if you want. I'm not trying to put it on you, but if you want. So
Yeah.
one thing I noticed that sometimes, like obviously when you start out, you may not have a big budget, you may not have a lot of money. I mean, I've
Yeah, I
always had
don't.
a camera, but not the highest. Like the G85 is not like the top tier camera.
No,
That's
yeah.
like A7 3S, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
those type of cameras. But having that look and your audio be, decent and stuff like that, because right now it's not bad. But
Yeah,
imagine
it's
if
not
the
terrible.
next few episodes, you upgrade. Like I said, bro, like if you want to talk after this, I got some stuff that I'm not using and I was going to sell it, but you're young, you're hungry, you're trying to get to where you're going. I can give it to you. I mean, you may sell it if you want or whatever, but I want to help, you get to something else. So if you want it, we can link after this and I can give you the stuff. I can bring it to you, ship it to you, whatever.
Yeah, once after this episode, then yeah, we could talk more after I'm done recording and everything. Off air, we could talk more about that. But yeah, I'm not like trying to seem like I'm begging for anything, but yeah, my mic quality is pretty good. I got the Blue Yeti mic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got that, and then I just have these headphones that are pretty decent. I
That
just
mic
got
sounds amazing.
yeah,
It don't sound bad at all.
yeah. I'm not talking through these. I'm talking through the Yeti.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
just for hearing, but like all this was for gaming and everything, and I just really wanted to start a podcast because like I just kind of like talking a lot, and that's the best way. If you like to talk a lot, you could just put it out there on the internet, and if people enjoy what you like talking about and everything like that, then they'll support you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, just be consistent. That's it. You can't come on and have like a good few weeks where you running and then you just stop. I mean, if things happen in life, life happens. But if you
Yeah,
can and you just don't want to, you stalling yourself out. Like you being 17 right now, you in like the best position of trying to get an entertainment because when I was 17, like all the cameras was way out of my price range. I couldn't afford shit. I couldn't afford no mics, like good computers and nothing, because
yeah,
everything's more expensive. You gotta think about it. There's people who making empires on their iPhone. Like that's all they're using. This and maybe a Rode mic attached. And they
yeah.
have
That's
millions of dollars, millions of followers. And you don't have to. I mean, because this is $1,200 phone. Like
oh, is that the iPhone 12?
yeah, the 12 Pro Max. And
Yeah,
it
those are
has
good.
like, I mean, but there's other phones out there that do it too, but most people who like it, you're in a great space right now, bro. Like social media, all that stuff. Like I'm your first interview, you can have somebody super popping in your third interview. Like it's
Yeah,
all about the flow. Like you can meet somebody at the store. You know how many celebrities and rich people and all these influencers live in Jersey?
oh yeah. Because I was actually finding people in probably like in a week or two. I might be probably might be having somebody that was on like MTV and all that. So that's be cool to have them on as well. Like just growing my people that I have on and everything. It's like
Hey man, I hope you get some good, fast success and long lasting success, man. I don't never hate on nobody. Like, it's
oh yeah, I don't hate on anybody as well. I
good
always
enough for us to all have something.
like if I see somebody at like teenage years and they want to pursue their dreams and they're just getting made fun of it, like I'm gonna support them as long like I'm gonna always try to be there for them because I don't want to see them like be sad or anything. I want them to succeed and keep on pushing with their goal and stay motivated and always be like consistent with their content and everything.
Hey man, always stay humble. You're gonna keep getting blessed, man.
Yeah, I never treat anybody anybody like a dick or anything,
Exactly.
because you never know. Somebody could be undercover, somebody could be this person. You just never know the connections people have and everything like that.
Hey man, good karma too, man. When you do stuff out the goodness of your heart and you just do it, sometimes you get blessed that way. You may not even know it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, it's
saying?
crazy.
And sometimes your blessings don't come right away. Sometimes they do. You can do
Yeah.
something nice for one person one day, and then the next day, or even in a few hours, something great happens to you. Happens to me all the time. I get these calls and certain things to work on projects, and I love it. I'm not working a day job anymore. You know
Oh,
what
you're
I'm saying?
not?
I'm working fully in film now,
Oh, you
but
are?
I just started this year. Like it
Yeah,
was
congratulations on that.
thank you, man. I mean, shit, you being 17, you may not ever have, well, I don't know if you're working now, but you may not have to
Uh,
have something long term. I mean, you may
I'm
work
about to get a job.
now. Huh? You about to?
Yeah, about to get a new one.
Oh, okay. What you gonna do?
It's just like some not catering, but it's like where you have to like for like weddings and everything. Like you know how like there's this one person that just serves you and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like one of the it's easy. I'm just getting paid 15 an hour, so I don't really mind.
I mean, weddings is big money when you get on the other side.
Yeah, and then I just do this consistently on the side, and I grow this while I focus on like school and everything,
Mm,
because you just never know. But I also put my full attention when I'm doing this
mm,
for maybe like because I usually work on this like at nighttime. I edit stuff and everything like that at nighttime because that's when I have the most time. And I just do that, and I just put my full attention into. I never half-ass anything or anything like that because I just never want to put like out content like that. Just half-assing stuff. I just never do that.
yeah, that's the way to go, man.
Yeah, so let's get to know more about that Tupac story.
Okay. All right.
There,
So I'm gonna try to keep it, small, short.
you don't need to make it
So
small.
my
Mm.
uncle is a was an actor, and like I said, he was working on the movie Bullet. I didn't know at the time. My
Oh,
uncle was just a cool uncle who was in movies when I was a
yeah,
kid. So he came to my father's house and told him he wanted to take him somewhere. And being a cool uncle, oh, I want to go with you. I want to go with y'all.
yeah,
And my uncle was like, all right, well, come on. My father said, no, you got homework. I said, nah, I finished it. I'll do it in the car. Did it in the car. We driving. I don't know where we are now. I know it was in Harlem, but we drove through a park. I'm thinking we going to a park, and
yeah.
we drove through the park. He parked in the park. We walked outside. It's a diner. If you ever see the movie Bullet, you'll see a diner scene, and I was there for that day.
Is it on
Um,
Netflix?
I'm not even sure.
If it is, I'll search it up after this off air. I'll search it up and I'll watch
Yeah,
it if it's on Netflix.
yeah, it's on, yeah. If
Yeah,
not, then I'll send you the link later wherever it's at. But
yeah.
Mickey Rourke is in it, Tupac, my uncle, and there was some other stars in it. So we go there, and the diner. It's people outside of a barricade. I'm still not putting together what this is. And then it's a trailer on the side. So this is my first time on a movie set. I was never explained anything about it. Like even my uncle did in movies, he never told me anything about it.
Yeah.
So we go there, and it's a side with sandwiches and food and stuff right here, right next to the diner, and then it's the trailer. So my uncle goes in the trailer. I hear people talking, dapping people up and stuff like that. My father looked inside and said, "Oh shit!" And I can I curse?
Yeah, yeah, you can curse. Yeah. Say whatever you want.
He said, "Oh shit!" And I heard dapping and stuff like that. I'm looking at the food, like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah, the
at the
food.
sandwiches. I'm a kid. I'm not really thinking about nothing else. I don't know where we at, what we doing.
Yeah.
So my uncle was like, "Jalil, come in here. I want you to meet somebody." So I walk up the stairs, but it's a girl right here and it's a girl right here. It's a couch. It's a girl right here
Oh
and a
yeah,
girl,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then it's a woman in front of somebody. I didn't see who it was at the time, like doing makeup or fixing his outfit.
Yeah.
And then she moves, and I promise you, it's like, it was like a movie. Everything slowed down, and he was like, "What's up, little man?" And once he said that, he put his hand out. And I was like, the first, when you're a kid, you say what the first thing that come to your mind. And I
Yeah.
didn't know movies was fake. So I was like, "You the guy that shot my uncle." Everybody started laughing. He laughing. He dapped me up. He said, "What's up, man? You good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." I'm like, blah, blah, blah. He was explaining to me how movies worked. And then he was like, he was eating pizza. He
All
was
right.
like, "Yo, man, you want some pizza?" I said, I didn't say hell yeah, but I was like, "Yeah, I
Oh,
want
yeah,
some pizza,"
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that. So some time passed. Everybody's clearing out. My uncle was like, "Just stay in the trailer." I stay in the trailer. I'm eating pizza, sitting there, just looking around, not really thinking about too much. And to end it off, Tupac was one of the nicest people I've ever met. Maybe because I was a kid. Maybe that's how he just was, and the media was just saying bad things about him. But
Yeah.
he was taking pictures with people in the crowd. He was signing autographs. He was hanging out, laughing, joking, talking in between takes and stuff like that. Like it was just a real dope, fun experience to meet him. And when I went to school the next day, I told people what I did. They knew who my uncle was, so they knew I
Oh yeah.
wasn't lying. And it was like, I was like, yeah, I dapped Tupac up. They was like, what hand? I said, this hand. And everybody was like running, trying to touch my hand. It was cool, man. Like that's one of the stories, like one of the dopest stories ever for me. Like one of my
yeah.
dopest experiences, I mean.
That feel weird. Everybody they try to touch your hand and everything, like they going like that, and how
Nah,
that feel?
from what I remember, I don't remember
Or
feeling
you
like this. I was
nah?
just like, people, like I said, people knew who my uncle was, so it wasn't like people was like, "No, man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't meet Tupac."
Uh,
Oh, okay, nah, it's your uncle. You probably did meet Tupac. So
yeah. Like, did you like all the attention you got though when you said you like Tupac, or you didn't get that much?
I did. I
Oh, you
loved it.
did? You loved
That's what
it?
I'm saying. Like that kind of pushed me more towards acting too. Like a few months later, there was a talent show and a play type thing, and I was in it. And in middle school, I did some plays. In high school, I did one. But it was just like I said in the beginning, was the love and the energy I was getting from people. But
Yeah.
I love to do it. So you know,
Yeah, I understand that because that's always with me. That's always my motivation of why I always sometimes wanted to do like this podcast and stuff. And I always used to stream on Twitch. I don't know if you know what that is. You know what Twitch is?
yeah. I mean, I'm not that old. I know what
Oh,
to do.
I don't know because I was on somebody else's show and they didn't know what Twitch was. So
Yeah, I know what to
and
do.
then in the same age, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to assume anything, but
Nah,
yeah.
I got you. I got you. It's all good.
So yeah, I always try to do that, and I always saw like these YouTubers and everything. They're always getting like fans coming up to them taking pictures, and I always like felt like I like that. Like you walking in public and somebody comes up to you goes like, "Hey, like I really like your content," or like keep on doing this, like you the best or anything. Like I love your content. So I just always like that, and that's like always my goal and dream to have like somebody recognize me in public, like a fan or something like that.
Here's one thing I'm gonna say that somebody told me. Just be prepared for what you're asking for. In a year,
Yeah,
you can be one of the hottest people on earth, making millions of dollars, have millions of fans and supporters, and rubbing elbows with people with power.
yeah,
But you got to remember that for whether it's for the rest of your life or for a short period of time, you're trading your privacy, you're trading your like everything for this. So I mean, I'm not there yet, nowhere near it. Like
oh
not even
yeah,
close. I'm not even in the ballpark. I don't know what the ballpark is. But what I'm saying is somebody told me who's really famous. It was like, you gotta understand that, if you're saying it's what you want, you gotta when you get there, you didn't get there by yourself. You made money off these people. So you might not want to take a picture, but take it. You may not want to do this, but do it. Like if somebody comes to you respectfully, then try to respect them in the same turn and do whatever. Now if they come at you wilding, then you're a human.
yeah. You even
You're
yeah.
trading a lot of that. You're trading your privacy. That's one of the things. Like if you get to be a Logan Paul type situation, like you gotta understand you can't go to the mall.
No, you really can't.
You
It's
can't do certain you can't go to the movies. I mean, maybe like during the daytime on a Tuesday because people will work and school and stuff like that. But it's certain things that you can't do anymore. So it's a trade-off. You can't piss in an alley like you can now because somebody is paparazzi taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like you
yeah,
gotta understand, like if that's what you really want, you got to be prepared for everything that come with it. Because it may not like it for me. It took 10 years for me to get in the industry like on the level that I'm on right now. And
mm,
again, I'm still at the bottom of the level that I'm on. But for you, what you're trying to do is easier to catch fire. So
yeah,
just be prepared for it, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like understand that you gotta whatever. I don't want to assume anything. Whoever you're dating, they're gonna be scrutinized. Like all that stuff is going to play a part in it. And that's something I tell myself all the time. It's like I'm dating and stuff like that. I got
same here.
whatever. And if you want that, that person has to be comfortable with it too, or they have to either be in your life or be private. And that's a discussion y'all gonna have to have. Like you gotta, because they're gonna, if people know who you're dating, they're gonna be getting pictures taken of them. They're gonna be followed. All this stuff is gonna happen, bro. And you know how, I mean, it may not be big, it may not be TMZ. It could be somebody that recognize you from your neighborhood. And they're like, yo, We know what him and his person. I don't want to assume anything.
Oh,
Him
yeah.
and whoever he's with is at the park. They go to this park every day to just walk through the park. Let's take pictures of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's, but that's something that comes with it. You got to be prepared.
Yeah, with the privacy part, it's always like the challenging because I always notice all of these social media people and every like they go to a restaurant that doesn't have other influences there, you
Mhm.
get swarmed very fast. If everybody knows you, you get swarmed really fast. And with the thing, like currently I have a girlfriend and she knows that I do like the podcast and everything.
Mhm.
And like she's pretty like supportive about it. But it's just like if you're dating somebody and they don't really support you on that, why are you gonna still be with them? Like, why are you gonna still be with somebody that's not supporting you? And they could ruin like your chances of like growing and being successful. So
That's true. And also, I want to say, man, if you're really pursuing this and you see this being a career for you, you
yeah,
got to be in tune with her feelings because, like I said, switch can happen tomorrow. You can wake up tomorrow with 170,000 followers, girls in your DMs, grown women, younger women. Like you got to be able to control all that because you live in a regular day to day life. You're
yeah,
not getting all that all the time. So it's easy to say like, oh well, nah, I'll be this, that, and the third. But once it start happening, you're who the women that's interested in you, you're gonna see blue check marks in your DMs, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, damn, yo, I'm gonna stay loyal to my girl. I'm gonna ignore that shit. I'm not gonna pay attention to it or whatever. We are human. You may say,
yeah,
this is the kind of, I've been trying to get with her for
yeah,
whatever. And then she in your DMs. And then you like, yo, I don't know. Then maybe we need to take a break. If she
yeah,
held you down and you got 5 years in it and all this stuff is coming in, you really gotta be, you gotta be aware and sensitive to how she may feel. Like, why are you going to these parties? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? This is
yeah,
what I want. If you saying she understands that, then cool. But she may not understand when you out somewhere and a girl is just like grabbing on your shit and just like being disrespectful and all that. Like she may not want to be around it because she may have to fight. She may have to do this, that, and the third. Like a lot of that stuff you got to think about. I have a daughter. Like you said, you're 17. My daughter gonna be
yeah.
16 this year. I had a kid when I was young.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah. So when my daughter, like I gotta be protective of her. Like now
Yeah,
I post on my social media. I'm never gonna stop whether the fame come or not. But it's just like, yo, I gotta be more protective of her because now people are saying uh, princess, you can't post pictures like this. You can't do this like that. It's perverts out there. Even now I tell her that.
oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
certain things that you can't do or be around because of what you're trying to do. Like I said, it's if this is what you want to do, there's definitely a trade-off for success. Period. Like you got to be prepared for that. Like I've been preparing myself for this for 10 years, and
yeah,
uh, that's. I mean, I'm not famous or nothing, but this is what somebody who has A-level status told me. Like, yo, I'm happy where I am, but sometimes I wish I could just take this off and go to the store. I could just take this off and go to the park. I could take this off and sit in my car and just be somewhere. You get that level of success, you can't. It's hard for you to do that unless you're in an area where everybody's successful, then nobody's bothering.
yeah.
That's
Nobody's
why
bothering
successful people move around other successful people.
you. Yeah.
So paparazzi ain't fucking with them because it's like they see it all the time. It's not really a thing.
Yeah, it's like you're sacrificing one part of like some things of your life, like just doing day-to-day basis or activities or something like that, because you never know what could happen. Like, or you might get like a really like person that really hates you, and you never
Mhm.
know what a hater could do to you. Like with all these like rappers dying, like they usually some of them just get robbed and shot. It's like really you have nothing better to do and then shoot somebody like that. But
Yeah,
it's
it's some
you
car
just
like
never know that.
X and the Pop Smoke and people
Yeah,
like that, like just was chilling on the come up, like and they got their life taken away for no reason. It's just you got to be aware
yeah,
of your surroundings. But I would tell you too, like in life in general, always root for the love. Fuck with the haters. Like you
yeah,
got haters, cool. They over there. Ignore that. When you get big, you get your check marks and all that, and you responding to people. Don't respond because you're giving them what they want. Give the people who support you what they want, not the people who just trying to get a rise out of you. You know what I'm saying? Just block them. Just block them.
yeah. Because I've noticed that like social media people they sometimes like answer to their haters. I'm like, really?
Exactly. And it's like,
And
I've been showing love. Like, Why you don't answer to me? Because I show love.
Yeah, and then once they answer to their haters, they're like, "Oh man, I was just kidding. Like I didn't know you were gonna
Exactly.
answer." I'm like, "All right, you just changed up so quick just because you got the attention that you wanted from somebody
Exactly.
that you secretly support and like their content." It's like, come on, like why do you got to do that stuff? It's a little weird when people do that though. It's like, get a
Yeah.
life. Yeah. What do you still you doing like music videos or anything like that? Or what you do?
I only shot one music video.
One music video.
Yeah, I'm not really a music video person. I
Are you
mean,
gonna
that's
be?
a totally different type of. I'm
Oh, it
more in
is.
narratives, but that's a different type of thing. Like, I hats off to the people who do music videos, like the DPs and the videographers that do music videos. Like, shout out to y'all because that's a different skill. Like, because you got to think you're
Yeah.
shooting different scenes, unless it's in studio. Even then, it's like you're shooting different scenes. You got to sync the music. Like with acting, it's like these lines and it can flow. But with music, it got to flow on a completely different level. Like you got to make sure the song gets synced up with what they're saying in the video and stuff like, the right angles. Like that's a totally different animal. And I'll never disrespect again by
No,
trying to do
never.
music video.
Yeah.
Unless it's in studio or something simple, I can do that. But anything that's like super complex and multiple scenes and situations, then as a videographer, I can direct it, but I wouldn't be able to shoot and edit it.
Yeah, I've always noticed that the hard part about like editing YouTube videos because I used to do that, and sometimes like when I'm making a montage with the music and the video footage,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard sometimes to line up like specifically, and sometimes I'm just like, damn, this is like hard, not hard, but it's like I get frustrated sometimes when it's like not going into like matching up or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're just doing shows and movies basically, or
Right now, I'm not working on nothing on my own. I'm working on like TV shows
oh,
and,
TV shows?
films and stuff like that. Like from this Sunday to next Sunday, I'm gonna be working on a film,
Oh, really?
8 days straight, and then after that, I don't have anything booked. I'm just waiting to hear back from a TV show, and I'll be on for the remainder of the season. But
Oh, what TV show?
huh?
What TV show?
Well, a show called New Amsterdam.
I don't really watch TV.
I don't either. So, but I watched it once I got booked for it for 2 days, and it's like a hospital drama.
Yeah, I was checking out your content on YouTube. I liked it, man. Like the like your filming and everything. I really like it. Like I
I
like truly
appreciate
like
that.
yeah.
I
You
appreciate
got like a lot of talent. I've noticed that.
it. I thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you've been doing it for 10 years or how long? 15?
Since I was 25, I've been doing it on a indie level.
Oh,
2010. Like I said, I did plays and stuff like that, but I had my daughter at 19, so there was a point in between where I wasn't doing anything. Like I was just working to make sure I'm able to provide, and then I started making a little more money, so I was investing in myself, and
so like so it kind of stopped you the
yeah,
when you had the
yeah,
daughter.
yeah. It slowed everything down. It didn't stop; it just slowed it down for a few
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
I had to
I
make sure
understand.
that she was straight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's basically it. I'm really glad to have you on this podcast and really great to know you like your story of how you started filming and everything. Like really appreciate that and glad to have you on that. And this is the end of this episode. Make sure to follow me on Spotify and Apple Podcast. And where can they find you?
On Instagram, Al-Jalil, WALJALILW. On Twitter, just Al-Jalil, ALJALIL. And on YouTube, youtube.com/handsome dad films, everything spelled correctly.
Yeah, go show them some support, guys. And yeah, that's basically the end of this episode. Have a nice day, everybody.
Peace.